guys, welcome to a brand new Slain Shade. Today we're going to be talking about Kat Von D. We have like a lot to get into because there are a lot of dramas to cover. I don't know if I know about all of them, but I'm going to kind of start from where I saw her first. We'll talk about the makeup and then all of the other stuff. So before we get started, I wanted to mention this. So I got this new sponge and it's from Kangaroo and I got it on Amazon and it's like my new favorite sponge. I like it better than Beauty Blender. I like it better than Real Techniques. It's really dense, but it's really bouncy and it doesn't soak up as much product as the other sponges. It does come with a black one and a pink one. I believe that this was like $5 something. I liked it so much that I bought another one. So these have been like really, really great. So far I went in with the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I've been really liking this foundation a lot. I know it's a tad bit light, but I think like once I'm completely out of the sun for a little bit, then it'll be okay. I did prep with the Slay All Day, and I did put I did tightline with the Maybelline Skinny Precise, and in honor of Kat Von D, we're going to be using the Saint and Sinner palette. Now, I did a look, I think that was similar to this, not on the channel, but for a cow decapitation show I went to. So I'm going to be focused on Devil, Sabbath, the black there, and Exodus. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to put some powder on, and then here we go. So, I'm not really going to talk about, like, too much of the Jeffree Star Kat Von D stuff, because, like, I mean, there is one portion of it that I would like to touch on, but for, like, the most part, this is about her, you know, more than anything else. Let me scooch in here. You know that I am like never set up properly. I don't know like what is going on here. Okay, I think I'm kind of close enough. Okay, so I first saw Kat Von D on Miami Ink. I don't have any tattoos, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to get any, but I really liked watching those types of shows, and I was obsessed with Ami. Oh my god, was he a cutie? I was just like totally into him. I feel like I'm shrinking. Okay, I have got to get a better setup going on here. So anyway, so I remember seeing Kat Von D on there, and my impression of her was like, she seemed just like a little bit cunty, kind of had like this attitude, and I just really didn't like her that much. I don't know, she seemed to have like an attitude when people would talk about like what they wanted done, like if it wasn't cool enough for her, you know, or something. I don't know. She just rubbed me the wrong way. Then I know that when she left, she opened up a shop like right near there. And that was like the first time I heard any like drama that had to do with her, because supposedly, allegedly, she left a note saying "Burn in Hell Jew Bag" to Ami. And she denied it, but there was like this huge story going on about it, because it was like so deep that they got a handwriting analysis person involved to analyze this note, and they said for sure that Kat Von D wrote it. So that's kind of crazy. That's the first sort of like anti-Semitic kind of stuff that I heard from her. And then I saw, you know, I'm sure we all did. We all cried a tear for Sandra Bullock when her disgusting husband, Jesse James, and her got divorced. We were like, how could you do that to Sandra? So while they were together, you know, Jesse, he's a history buff. That's why he decided it would be a good idea to dress up like a Nazi. So, she defended it, saying that he was just like really into history. So, That's why when she accuses people of racist type of things, I kind of just roll my eyes her way, because I don't, because it's like, if it's somebody that is either her or somebody that she knows, then it doesn't matter. And I don't like that shit. So I didn't hear really from her for like a while, until that Jeffree Star video where she like denounced their friendship. The only real thing about that I want to say is that she made a pretty convincing video, but Jeffree Star's was way better. And I think that what bothered me the most was they were talking about that artist, I think his name was BJ, Betts. He was working with Jeffree to design some things for his cosmetics brand, and in the video she flat out said that Jeffree used him, didn't give him credit, and didn't pay him. So she lied, because we found out Jeffree did in fact pay him. So it's like, she just seemed to be like just exaggerating all of this stuff. They're both problematic in their own ways. It's just that she didn't sway me from the type of person I thought Jeffree Star was, because I already felt like she was pretty problematic herself. So I didn't really think that that video did her any good, because then a lot of people started coming out saying, well, what about you being engaged to somebody that dresses like a Nazi? You know what I mean? So, so yeah, so that's really all, except for the fact, like, she did also say, and this really bothers me, because I feel like if you're in business and you're trying to help someone and say, like, you know, you believe in them, you know, and you try to get them contacts and connections and things, then to say, I made him famous, I made him this big, or I made him this, I made him be able to start a brand or something. It's just like a big slap in the face when you're supposed to be friends with somebody, and to be like, oh, I made you. I'm pretty sure that Jeffree was going to do fine, because he already was huge, like, on MySpace, you know? And so, like, that's really great that, you know, she helped him out and everything, but then she throws it in his face, and I just can't stand people that are like, I made you, you know? It's just so disrespectful and condescending. I don't like it. So that was another thing about that video that I did not care for. Now, when she was on LA Inc., I really didn't watch it too much, because, like I said, her attitude, like, just kind of bothered me. So, anyway, it was actually, I mean, I didn't like her, but my husband, when I started, like, getting into makeup more, he got me, a little palette of hers. I think it was called, like, something romance. It was, like, maybe a 9-pan, like, little palette. And I liked it, you know, I actually enjoyed it. And then I got the foundation, and I got the concealer, which I didn't care for too much, but I did really like her eyeshadows. What's it called? The Metal Mattes palette, I really love that one a lot. This palette too, like, got me, like, out of my comfort zone, so I really like this one a lot as well. And, you know, I just kind of shrugged off, like, her attitude as, you know, she's just an idiot and I like makeup, because back then, you know, not like I didn't keep up to date with some things, but as far as, like, beauty community, like, makeup brands and stuff, I really just didn't know, like, too much, you know, at that point. I'm 35, and I really did not start getting into makeup until I was, like, 30. I was always, like, the basic black liner, a little smudgy black, you know, smoky eye, and a nude or light pink lip. That was me, you know, eyeliner, and that's it. So when I started to get more into it, because, like, my grandma, anyway, you guys know she was the best, and we started talking makeup, and it got me more into it. So anyway, so I really didn't know too much about her, but I did know that now I did like her makeup. So, I think her makeup's pretty good quality. Most of the things that I've tried anyway, I have liked. I didn't really like the, foundation much, and let's just get into the concealer. So, some of these might be out of order, but you know how I am. I just kind of like rant. But because I was talking about the concealer, I want to talk about the Instagram post on Kat Von D Beauty on Instagram. So you guys will probably remember this. It was not that long ago. She posted a picture of somebody holding the Lock-It concealer. In the background was a cotton field, which maybe you could be like, oh, you know, this is so soft. It makes your face feel soft as cotton or something like that, you know. But no, the caption said, let the Lock-It concealer do all the work for you. Let that sink in, with a fucking cotton field in the background. So some people said that people were overreacting, you know, or like it wasn't supposed to be that way. Well, there's no reason why you have a cotton field and talk about work if you're not being just a little bit racist, just a little bit. So that also made me feel good that I didn't like trust everything that she said, because it's like, girl. Now, this Sabbath shade I really like. I know it looks like crap right now, but it's not as, like, sparkly as it looks in the pan. So I'm going to use my finger maybe to get it to be a little bit... Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I used the black and the Metal Mattes palette for the black. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll try to fix it up. So yeah, so that post was like, what? You know, just ridiculous, you know, and you know how people do, they blame it on other people and they blame it on some intern and, oh, excuse me, all that stuff. I don't believe that. I really feel like if you have a brand and she likes to rant on social media about a ton of other things, like you're not going to let something like that slip past you. And I picture her laughing at that post, thinking it was like hilarious. That's ridiculous. So there was that. And more recently, this is kind of, I mean, I don't know that I've seen anybody do any videos on this topic, but not too long ago, she ran a contest for the Saint and Sinner palette. The contest was that you got like a Sephora gift card and you got to fly to a launch party, like all this like pretty cool stuff. So you had to, like, of course, tag the brand, do a look, like a Saint and Sinner look. Now, the girl that won, her name was Gypsy, I think, or at least, like, her Instagram thing was. It's really hard to find a lot of information about it because, as far as I know, a lot of it has just been, like, wiped, you know. So anyway, so she had this incredible picture of her, like this beautiful angel in white, you know, and then the sinner side that was beautiful. She almost looked like a crow or something. It was just fantastic. So she ended up winning the contest. She won fair and square, you know, and people started pointing out that back in, you know, during election season, that this girl was a Trump supporter. So Kat Von D essentially sent her a message saying, I'm going to have to disqualify you from the contest because I draw a line in the sand between myself and people that support him and people that are like him, yada, yada, yada. Now, that, to me, is a little outrageous because, I mean, she won. Like, there are a lot of us that are not Trump supporters, but, like, you know, if you win something, like, fair like that, like, I just don't think that it was right for them to take that away from her because it had nothing to do with her artistry, and she really did a great job, you know? So it was really like a letdown to see stuff like that happen because, you know, this world, political-wise, is just too much. I mean, we absolutely hate each other and we're killing each other. And this is not what that this video is about, but it really does bother me. And I think that she should have been able to keep her prize because she won, you know? So that was something that I didn't really see a lot of people talk about, aside from her, like, taking down, like, a bunch of, like, posts and things, and that she was, like, the winner, all that kind of stuff. I think I'm actually going to do maybe like a, maybe I'll drag some of the black down, but then do like a white. I don't know. I'm feeling crazy. So yeah, so that contest thing, I just felt like, you know, come on. I mean, she won. Who cares, you know? But that's just my opinion. I'm sure, you know, you guys will have your own and will let me know what you think about that. I just feel like, I mean, it's a makeup contest, you know, and she won. So she should have been able to get her prize. Now, the winner, though, went and did an interview with Fox News acting like she was so discriminated against. And it was, she said it's just plain bigotry. And she likened it to some serious things that are actual discrimination. So I'm not saying that I like the winner of this contest either. I'm just saying, it's just, you know, when it comes to makeup, it just shouldn't be that serious, in my opinion. So, anyway, back to the makeup. So, I think that her makeup is really great, right? I think most of it has just such a great quality to it. But it's her mouth that gets her into trouble. And, oh, I wonder if I can use that white. Okay, I'm going to try this Absolution shade up here. See if it, like, shows up at all. So, she goes on to Instagram over the summer, and she declares that she is going to not vaccinate her child. Now, normally, I am of the mindset that it is your body, your kid, your choice, you know, your decision. But when that decision can affect a lot of other people, including other children, like, how dare you be so ignorant and so selfish? And she acted like she didn't think that vaccinations were linked to autism. Like, she's like, that's not why. But her and her husband now, like, have had this rhetoric over social media and many different accounts of theirs talking about there being a link to autism, and it's just not true. It's just not true. I'm going in with Benefit Roller Lash. So she posts this whole big self-serving, oh, you know, this is the thing. None of us knew. I mean, I knew that she was pregnant, but that was it. But none of us knew that she was planning on not vaccinating her child. It was like one of those passive-aggressive type of posts where, like, you just want people to know, so you pretend like everybody's at your throat about it just so you can have a post. She just wanted the attention, and people slammed her for it, rightfully so, because you are putting other people in danger, period, you know? And when she linked things, oh, reading articles and talking to doctors and all this stuff, some of the things that she had linked during one of these exchanges was from a guy that was part of the company trying to sell a different vaccine that wasn't supposed to cause autism. It's like all of this stuff that she believed was so shady, and I felt bad that she's like that stupid, you know? It's just, it was bad. And I made a video on that too because I just felt like, what is she doing, you know? And so she got a lot of backlash for it, and she tried to turn it around like she was the victim or something. And I don't like that, and it's so, like, typical of her, you know? I'm going to go in with the Gerard Cosmetics Starlet palette and go in with Grace. I know it's, like, my favorite. It's my favorite. So you guys let me know how you felt about that, because that was a big deal. Like, people were slamming her. And I think that she deserved it, because you know what? She wanted it. She wanted the attention. She wanted people to be like, what are you doing? Like, you know, you have to vaccinate your kid. You know, it's dangerous. You put elderly at risk. You put other children at risk. Sorry, I had to do this like right out of the shower, so my hair is like all gross. But anyway, she wanted that. She wanted people to be paying attention to her. There's no way that you post something like that on Instagram to like millions of people and not want some kind of attention for it, you know? But then she played the victim. I'm going to go into the Kokie Cosmetics contour palette. I'm going to do like a little mix of these two shades here. So, I mean, that whole thing was just ridiculous. And then she calls everybody else ignorant, you know? And it was like why don't you just leave me alone? And, oh, I'm just being, like, terrorized and cyberbullied. And it's like, girl, nobody knew until you opened your mouth. You know what I mean? So if you didn't want a bunch of shit for it, then don't talk about it, you know? And that's what, like, a lot of her posts kind of, like, remind me of. Like, people that just want to get a point across. So they, you know, like I said, it's just, like, this passive-aggressive type of bullshit. I'm actually going to go in with the Mannequin lipstick from Jeffree Star. I don't think I'm going to do any blush. I am not really, I'm like shedding. I really need to get my hair cut. So essentially what I'm saying is that she seems like a really crappy person. I did have like some notes, but I think that I like went through everything pretty much. Oh, this is personal though, so it shouldn't be like a thing, but her relationship with like Deadmau5 and Jesse James, and even her marriage to Oliver something, she always claimed that she was cheated on, like still playing the victim, you know? And then they all came out were like she was very like promiscuous, like she would have, you know, like she cheated on people. So it's like that's another thing that makes you a hypocrite, you know? And I feel like now with all of us being sick of like the beauty community as it stands with like the top tier, I think it's great that we're holding brand owners to a certain standard, because we just don't want to put up with your shit. Now, some people will buy makeup regardless, they don't care, you know, and that's fine too. I'm not saying that you can't be that way, but there are a lot of people that don't want to support somebody that would put their child and other people's children at risk, or date somebody that was a history buff in a Nazi outfit, or be just a total hypocrite. Now, I remember back when she was still heavy and she would talk about like having like self-love, you know, and having like that inner beauty and stuff. And she completely changed her outside. And it seems like her inside just got uglier and uglier as her outside to her got more beautiful. But I feel like it's just she has like no self-awareness whatsoever. And she reminds me of like the typical like tatted up chick that's like, I'm so different, I'm so unique, I'm not like other girls, you know what I mean? Like that type, not women with tattoos. I mean that type of a woman. Now, that's fine, but it's like annoying, and I think that she's full of shit. I haven't purchased anything from her since the whole anti-vax thing. I did give away the other 2 palettes I had of this because I was like, hey, if you don't have it and you're a fan of hers, but you don't want to purchase it, I'll just send it to you, you know? And I just don't think I'm going to be ever purchasing anything from her again. Her products have become boring to me now anyway. Like when I see like new stuff, I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. I don't feel like she's as great as she thinks that she is, you know? And with all of these different dramas and everything, it's just too much. Like, girl, bye, you know? So you guys gotta let me know what you think. I am gonna go in with my setting spray again. This is the cucumber scent that I always use, and probably didn't have to tell you that again. But you guys let me know how you feel about her. If you heard about this whole contest that she did and how, you know, she disqualified this girl, and pick up these sponges if you want. They're really, really great. They're very dense though, so just so you know, but I really like them a lot. No, I'm not sponsored. So I have 2 other videos that I'm still waiting on to upload. I don't know if this is going to upload first or if the other one is. It has been insane on YouTube. Like, some days I just can't even look at anything. But I did have like a casual kind of like get ready with me where I talked about the animal shelter and some other important things. So if that doesn't upload like within like a day or so, I'm just gonna have to redo it, you know, so I can keep you guys in the loop. As always, let me know how you feel down below. If you like this video, cool. Subscribe if you feel like it. Follow me on Twitter if you want to, and I do have a thread on there if you want to link me your YouTube channel so I can check you out and put you in an episode of All Slay No Shade. So I mean, I just don't really like her, you know, and I think that she's really problematic, and I think she's more problematic than she thinks or that other people think that she is. And sometimes, no matter the quality of your makeup, if you're a garbage person, then you're a garbage person. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Love and hugs. Bye.